Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we have my review of the new 3-part series of Des that came from ITV. And first of all, I know I'm wearing glasses, I am blind basically. I'm not going to be wearing them in every video, but sometimes I will have to wear them, and that's something you're going to have to deal with. But anyway, let's get straight into the review, and this video will contain spoilers. If you have been on the channel a fair bit, you will know that I'm a big fan of David Tennant. He's my favourite Doctor, and I love him in pretty much everything he's in. But I haven't watched much true crime content at all. I mean, I've seen some videos on cases online, and I watched Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile, which starred Zac Efron from the other year, which starred him as Ted Bundy, and I thought it was a solid film. I'll review it at some point. But I don't watch much from TV anyway, like as in from ITV and BBC and those kind of channels. The only thing I watch from there anymore is really just Doctor Who. Although I would like to watch Broadchurch, and happily I can say I was fairly impressed by Des. The best thing about Des is 110% David Tennant. He gives an absolutely incredible performance. Somehow he's able to adapt to every single role he's given in so many different ways. I mean, you can play the Doctor, who is someone who has been through war but is an alien, and he can play someone in Jessica Jones. He can play Kilgrave, who is kind of a rapist, and then he can play a serial killer.
So we're talking about one body or two? 15 or 16.
And he plays them all. They're all so different, and he plays them perfectly. He captures such an eerie feel to him. Every time he's on screen, I'm just uncomfortable. One of the strangest things is that he's a killer, and he openly admits that. He never denies it, which is creepy in itself. But he's portrayed with some likability, but not the likability where it's like Ted Bundy. In his time, he was likable because he was charming and everything, but he's not likable in that way, Des. He's given a bit of a tragic childhood, and just little tiny bits, like there's a moment where he asks that a dog be taken out of the nearby cell because he can hear it crying. He always asks to keep up with his own dog to see if it's okay, and he almost starts to cry when he finds out that his dog Bleep has been put down. And it's just little things like that add up to me and make me actually, like, I don't like him. I want to see him put away, because as an audience member I know that he's done all these horrible things, but it's like it really adds to him as a character. I mean, there's a moment after he gets sentenced where he literally goes, I think the jury made the right decision. And that's just really weird. Like, it's so uncomfortable and eerie. Like, I don't like it. We kind of get a motive to why he did it. On one hand, we get hints that it was awful publicity. But on the other hand, it's basically that he's just lonely and he was scared of the men leaving the next morning, which is kind of the tragic story that I hinted to just a second ago. And it put the thought in my head that anyone who's just really lonely throughout their lives, what if they get pushed to a point like this where they're so paranoid and they've been so alone, and they feel the need to kill the people that they sleep with or something, just so they stay with them. Like, it's horrible and it's horrific, but it's kind of tragic, if that makes sense. The storytelling as a whole is also just a massive strength to the show. It's jaw-dropping, edge-of-your-seat stuff. The idea that he openly admits everything from the get-go, and how he just goes there in the cupboard when the police get there, it's just... But the idea that he can do all of that and confess and everything, but he almost still gets away with it, and like, he almost gets time off his sentence and gets put away from manslaughter instead. And it's told in such a good way. It's paced really well. The moment where he pleads not guilty shocked me, and there are other moments like that, and he treats his killing like an unwanted addiction. They also look at morals within the police and within characters as a whole, and what's truly right, and I think that was a really good idea. I think it works for this show. I don't think it's perfect, though. I never do, but I think it looks kind of ugly. I don't think the camera work is anything to think about. It's just, I don't know. It's also the kind of show that I can't see myself watching again. Like don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it, and I might buy it on physical media, but I just can't really see myself watching it over again. I mean, in fairness, the quality of how it looks may also be part to ITV Hub, but even so, then the camera work wasn't something that engaged me too much. I also don't overly care about anyone. There aren't any memorable characters other than Des. The police aren't compelling for a lot of it. I mean, Mr. J is entertaining, he's acted really well, but I really could do with more character because we spend a lot of time with him. On the whole, Des is great. I think it's a really eerie and creepy 3-part miniseries, and it's definitely worth at least one watch. I put Des in Blu-ray. Thanks guys so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. As always, this is just my opinion. Make sure to let me know what you thought of Des in the comments below, as long as you're respectful about it. No need to start arguments and be horrible. Thanks guys, take care, and I will see you in the next one.